At Cardi B's peak, she had 50 million monthly listeners. But if you take a look at it right now, she's sitting only at 28 million. And if we're being honest, it's all her fault. Her debut album came out 7 years ago. It won a Grammy over Astroworld, which caused so much controversy, but she never followed up this Grammy-winning album. She starved her fan base for years, and the consequences have been seen. Her career is in limbo right now. You never see Cardi B being talked about for how good the music is. You only see her in the news when she arguing with somebody, when she beefing, or when she arguing with her ex-husband Offset. And I mean, she argued with that man a lot. Their relationship got a big part to play in the way that people look at Cardi B. So, Cardi B, New York native, her life started out regular until she was working at this grocery store, right? She got fired, and the moment she got fired would really change her life, even if she didn't know it at the time. Because she would go from working at this grocery store to stripping at a club down the street. And she said herself that her dancing helped her escape poverty in DV, because at that time, her life was rough. And the money from dancing was the only thing that helped her get out of that situation she was in. But that don't mean that dancing was just, oh, I'm making money. She will come out years later, basically incriminating herself. She said that during the time she was dancing, she was on BS. Now, I can't exactly say what she did because we're on YouTube, but I can say she would Bill Cosby dudes, knock them out, rob them for everything they had.
I took myself out of the strip club. I did. I built my followers up, and I'm building my own music career. Nobody helping me. So motherfucker that I don't deserve to be an artist because was handed to me and I haven't put in no work. You're bugging, because I'm 24 years old and I look washed up because I spent hours in the studio. Hours. I paid over $50,000 in studio time because I did it myself. I must have forgot that I did to survive. Like, I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you want me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
When this clip came out, people all online, all over the internet was mad at her. And I mean, she deserved every bit of this controversy because that's insane for somebody to say and to do. Imagine if the roles were reversed. A man came out and said exactly what she did. His career done for, he getting investigated, he going to jail, all of that. But the controversy happened and she would come out trying to explain herself. BBC wrote this. The rapper faced criticism after the 3-year-old Instagram live video started recirculating on social media. Whether or not there were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world. BBC also wrote the original video was made as her career was starting to take off, and her response was to someone who said she didn't deserve the success because she ain't put work in. In response, she wrote on Instagram that she had been talking about things from my past, right or wrong, that she felt like she needed to do to make a living. She also said, I'm part of hip hop culture where you could talk about where you came from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. I had very limited options. She said, there's rappers out here that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. She said she never glorified the things she did. She just brought it up. She would just come online, talk about it. She said what she had to say. That's basically the reasoning she gave for the whole thing. She also ended the statement by saying that the men that she did the things to were conscious, willing, and aware. But that don't make sense from what you said. How are they conscious, willing, and aware if you just said it was knocked out, you was stealing everything from her? Anyways, though, she was getting a lot of controversy, and surviving Cardi B was trending at that time. Back to when she was dancing though. She started dancing. She started to build this brand around herself. Vine was popping at the time and she would take full advantage of it. Vine, if you don't know, was basically what TikTok is. Everybody was going viral. All of these people was creating a platform off of Vine. But the difference is, well, it ain't even that different. If we being honest, they saying TikTok about to get deleted right now. That's the same thing what happened to Vine. Vine went bankrupt. Vine got deleted. So it's kind of history repeating itself right now. Point is, she was on Vine, she was getting attention, she caught the eyes of Love and Hip Hop. Now, Love and Hip Hop had a big part to play in the music space back in the early 2010s. Now, today, Niggas don't really need Love and Hip Hop no more. They can build a whole brand for themselves off of their phone. But back then, it wasn't as accessible as it is today. So people go on Love and Hip Hop to start them up a rap career or an R&B career. And that's exactly what Cardi B did. She went to Love and Hip Hop. She started sparking up her own career. And it's like 2015 at this point. She on this show making music on the side. And I mean, the show was doing it right, because she was getting brand deals. At this time, she got a brand deal with Romantic Depot. You probably guess what it is, adult toy shop, but she was on the right track. She was getting money. And around 2016, 2017, her life would start to change. She would start feeding the streets, dropping this music, becoming a name that people knew. See her song, Bodak Yellow, come out. It's viral, huge song. It goes #1. But 2017 would also be the start of a real big beef. A beef that would last years. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. This would spark up in 2017, what started it all. Cardi B would come out on stage with Remy Ma at Summer Jam. And this was right off of Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma huge beef where they were dropping full-on diss tracks on each other. So around this time, people would get to speculating, oh, are they beefing? Are they beefing? But at this time, Nicki and Cardi was shooting it down. They was like, nah, we not beefing. We chilling. But all of that would be until September 2017, where another huge song would come out for Cardi B. But it wasn't just a Cardi B song. It was Cardi B, the Migos, Nicki Minaj. It was all on this one song. But Cardi B and Nicki Minaj would have disses toward each other on the same song. Really think about it. These two was dissing each other on the same song. And the fans was thinking, are y'all dissing each other? But they would keep coming out denying it. Nah, we not beefing. Cardi B told Complex this. It's so annoying. I feel like people wouldn't be satisfied if me and Nicki were making out. I feel like people just want that drama because it's entertaining. You know, when Nicki and Remy was going at it with each other, everybody was entertained. People always want to talk about how in our community, in the urban community, how we need to get along with each other. But these are the same people who want to see minority women against each other. They don't do that shit in pop music. They don't do that. Cardi would later go on to say that Nicki verse was different. She kept saying that Nicki verse got changed. And I want you to keep this point in the back of your mind because it's going to be real important. Because at the same time, we would have Nicki saying that, oh yeah, my verse was put down before Cardi B even got put on the song. This was Complex wrote. Shortly after Migos released Motorsport, many people began speculating that Nicki had no idea Cardi would also be on the record. Nicki addressed the rumors Tuesday night on Twitter, explaining she originally recorded the song under the assumption it was just gonna be her and Quavo. However, she said Quavo contacted her later about Cardi B's potential verse. Nicki said she was all for it. There were more problems that would have come for her. Her and Offset would start beefing again, but this time it would be explosive. In December 2023, we would have Cardi B coming out saying that, you know, me and Offset, we really done this time.
Because you will talk to and a mother will play in your face over and over and over and over and over again, and she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do, watch what I'm about to say. And it's so sad that this really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time. When I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you.
And throughout 2024, her career would be filled with her being mad at Offset and speaking on this album saying that it's coming soon. But you see, 2024 came and went. We didn't get no album. But something we did get, it was Cardi B filing for divorce against Offset for a second time. And this time a lot more info would come out. At one point, Cardi B was accusing Offset and his mom of robbing her out of $10,000.
I ain't listen after you and your mama robbed me. Yeah, you and your mom robbed me cold. Wipe my nose.
By the way, do you guys know that my kids didn't receive no Christmas gifts from somebody in particular? Mother want to make it seem on social media like I was keeping my kids away from them, like to make movies on social media, but purposely fly to New York to buy their kids gifts. And guess how many gifts did they buy my kids? 0.
But even past all the Offset and Cardi B, it's looking a little rough for her and her career right now. She's still saying she's scared to drop her second album in almost 10 years. Then on some Playboy Cardi shit, she would start stopping and ending this rollout. And then with all the Offset drama, hip hop space was looking at her real sideways, because just a few months ago, she said, y'all, my album delayed. It got to come out in 2025.
Next year, my album will be out. My businesses, my secret businesses will be out. Shh, I can't tell y'all what I'm working out. Hopefully next year I get me a little boyfriend. Because I have so much things coming next year. And you know what? I've been feeling so emotional lately because I know next year is going to be my year.
And last year, she was saying she was excited. But at this moment, it's still looking crazy for her. Over the past few months, her and Offset been nonstop going at it. She just got on Clubhouse the other night and accused Offset of a crime, revenge porn.
For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life. All that was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my voicemails on my phone. I told this girl, hey, I hit this girl up before. Like, yo, I better not find out you in my house. This girl gonna tell me, why you care that I'm in the house? You haven't been there for 3 years. Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay? And then this nigga FaceTime me with his girl. Mind you, yo, you've been harassing me and harassing the men that I've been dealing with for months already.
She claiming that Offset was sending revenge porn to her new nigga. She claiming that the videos was her and Offset getting busy. But something telling me this is not gonna be the end of their situation. Over the rest of this year, I feel like there's gonna be more news coming out about Cardi being Offset, and if she delays this album, I wouldn't be surprised. It might be a Polo G situation. Remember Polo G came out 2021. He drops his album. It does amazing. He had a #1 single. I'm talking about his album sold 140K first week. Fast forward some years, the man keep delaying the album, getting all these legal problems, getting in all of these problems outside of the music. And you know what happens? He drops this album, following up an album that sold 140K, sells 24,000 copies first week. So I'm telling me, that might happen to Cardi B. If that album don't come out, she gonna be facing a lot of problems. I mean, she already done lost millions and millions of monthly listeners with no album. Imagine how bad things could get if she ends up not dropping anything. So much of her audience is gone, but this album is her last chance. But even though she has a career, you know who don't? The Island Boys. Over the past few years, these two brothers have been ruining their lives. We got one brother who keeps going to jail. He getting arrested every 2 months. He trying to ruin his brother's life, dragging him into his legal problems. It's looking rough for them too. And if you want to find out more, click the video on screen right now.